Alright, I'm now finally on to Ayaka, my favourite character in the game. This is entirely how I suggest you build her. I don't think it's even close with any other builds. And this is going to be a bit of a longer video, so if you see the timestamp and it's, 5-6 minutes, then that's what it is. She's my favourite character. I'm going to talk about her, I'm going to talk about team comps, going to talk about her weapons in detail. Because although I love my Jean, I love my Keqing, I love my Nilou, I play Ayaka all day, every day. She's absolutely incredible. Obviously, she's the best cryo DPS in the game, probably the best DPS in the game, especially at higher constellations. But yes, I'm going to do a run with a premium team of the domain for Shimanowas. I'm not using food buffs, I'm not using, the Bennett's, the whatever. I'm not doing a big, oh, look at me, I've got, 500 crit damage and here's some crazy attack buff, because I don't play like that. I don't usually eat food, and I don't play teams that run, Mona and Bennett. And I know some people do, but I know there are a lot of videos out there that are like, oh, look at how much damage my DPS can do, and then, it's swirling with fucking sucrose, and then Bennett does a thing, and then Mona does a thing, and then you hit for 1,000,000. It's like, that's not reliable to be used all the time. So this is a premium build team, and then I'm going to do a free-to-play team, or as close to a free-to-play team as I can get, using teams that you may play with Ayaka, that you may mess around with, you may decide that you want to play, both of which are very good. There is obviously the cryo damage bonus in this domain, so that's my little cheat. I'm not using food, I'm not using what's it, but I'm gonna edge out the cryo damage bonus just to get a little bit of extra damage. I'm mainly doing this because I need Shimanowas. I do need Shimanowas, and it was something to do. For weapons, Miss Splitter Reforged is fucking incredible, and I don't understand why. There's a crit damage of 44, and you get the your 12% elemental damage bonus, and it provides more elemental damage bonus, and it's incredible. And I've tried replacing it with Lofi, Light of Foliar Incision, for the additional 40% crit damage. The attack on that weapon's weaker, and its skill doesn't actually affect Ayaka, and therefore it does less damage, which is a huge shame because I want the crit damage. If you do not have Miss Splitter, Primordial Jade Cutter is very, very good. Once again, you can use Lofi. Lofi's good, but she doesn't take advantage of the skill. You can also run Skyward Blade if you've just randomly got one lying around and you don't have anything better. I've played all of Aquila Favonia. Like, once again, it's just high base attack and it raises her attack. It's a decent weapon. She's just a DPS that absolutely shreds no matter what you give her. So any of the 5-star weapons, other than Key of Karshnisu, and I can't think of any others off the top of my head that do HP or ER. Skyward Blade obviously does do ER, but it increases her crit and movement speed and damage, so it is decent. If you don't have any of the 5-star weapons at all, because you didn't wish on any of them, Black Sword, if you are a light spender and you've got one, is a great weapon. Once again, crit, you want crit rate, you want crit damage, she's DPS, she's insane. I also recommend using the blah blah blah. This, I'm not going to try and pronounce it because I can't. It's decent, it raises her attack. She's quite difficult to get the attack right on, because you want the attack to be 1.3 times the base attack that she has after equipping the weapon. So attack percentage weapons aren't too bad. If you don't have one of these, there's the craftable weapon in Inazuma. Can't remember what it's called, I'm very sorry. But you can go craft one of them. It's also very, very good on her. Artifact wise, Blizzard Strayer, just all the way. Blizzard Strayer, that way you don't need to worry about a crit. I recommend attack, obviously DPS, crit rate, crit damage. I recommend cryo damage bonus, crit rate, crit damage, and crit damage unless you're using artifacts that give no crit rate and you don't have a crit rate weapon, in which case you want crit rate. She only needs 30 to 35%, so it's only in dire straits that you'd use a crit rate soak on her. The reason for this being, Ayaka needs 30 to 35 crit rate because after they are frozen, that gets buffed to 70 to 75. With the cryo resonance, you're then at 85 to 90, and there are little tips and tricks, like you can play Rosaria to raise it by 15% even more if you want. but I recommend 30 to 35, and then just cryo resonance, blizzard's drone. Make sure your enemies are frozen. She's absolutely incredible. I wish I had more crit damage on her, but this is as close as I can get at the minute. Talent-wise, just triple crown her. I haven't spoken about talents for any other characters, but it's Ayaka. Just triple crown her. She absolutely shreds. This is the premium team. Obviously, it's Keqing with her best in slot weapon. It's Kazuha with a free-to-play, not free-to-play, but Ziphus Moonlight, so not a 5-star weapon. And Shenhe with her premium best in slot, obviously. This is my favourite team in the game. It absolutely shreds. You can do absolutely nutty damage with Ayaka, and it's just not even close to how anyone else in this game, you know, I'm not getting my cryo resonance here, but you'll see the numbers. She just shreds. She is a very, very, very good character. And if you've got her, and you've got characters that you enjoy playing with her, I promise you this spiral list is a lot easier. I am an idiot who can't 36-star it, but you probably will be able to if you're even remotely a better player than me. Yeah, that's a premium team for Ayaka. She's just absolutely incredible. I kind of wish I hadn't started the domain so I could have seen how quick that was, but there we go. I don't think I didn't make condensed resin. That's on me. Very quickly going to talk about team comps, and then I'm going to switch up the team and run it again with what is essentially a free-to-play team. Just so that you can get a feel for how good she is, no matter the team. Everyone in the game should have a Xinqiu. Xinqiu is a very good character to pair with her. Obviously, you can run him on Noblesse if you want to raise her attack, or you can run her. You can run him on the ER set that I'm literally farming at the minute and don't know the name of. Not Shimenawa's. The other one. The other one. My free-to-play team comp for her, if you were going to play a free-to-play team, because, you know, maybe you just wanted Ayaka, you don't usually make wishes, you've saved them up, you've got your Ayaka, you've not got a 5-star weapon for her. Xinqiu, if you've got a Xinqiu, or, and to be brutally honest, it's actually not that bad, Barbara. Not even joking. Anything that can apply Hydro to an enemy and freeze them so that you get your crit rate buff is incredible. Everyone should have a Sucrose. Sucrose is my favourite 4-star in the game. It's absolutely amazing. If you don't have one, I suggest just whistling on a banner that has her on at some point, because you will want a Sucrose. Obviously, if you've got Kazuha, then whatever, but at that point you're not even free to play, so it doesn't really matter. And Rosaria. Rosaria would be my go-to sub-DPS. You can play Kyra in the slot. You could even play Diona if you wanted. You can replace Sucrose with Jean, you can replace Sucrose with Venti, you can replace Barbara with Xinqiu, you can replace Barbara with Yelan. Yeah, literally any cryo team, and your 4th slot is free, so you don't need to use Sucrose, you don't need to use Venti, you don't need to use Jean, you don't need to use Kazuha, you could just use Zhongli, if you really wanted to. I'm going to be using this team to run this again. And I'm going to freeze play the weapons. Now, unfortunately, this involves using the Black Sword, which is going to raise my crit, drop my crit damage, but that's what I'm going to do, mainly because I don't have the craftable weapon. If you've got the craftable weapon, it will compare to the Black Sword very close. So, I know this isn't free to play, but it's the best that you're going to get on my account, unfortunately. Barbara Frentau's a Dragon Slayer, like, it's free to play, she's fun. Sucrose, Sack Frags, free to play. And then I'm going to replace my stuff with the Scarlet Sands with my Deathmatch. Once again, not a free to play weapon, but I don't have a level 80 or level 90 weapon that I think comes close. Like, the catch is very good for Rosaria, as I said in her video. But I'm just going to use the Deathmatch to help boost the crit. She's probably now over 100 crit, so it doesn't hugely matter. But yeah, you can use whatever you like. Rosaria is a character that is very fun, and, you know, attack and crit rate, attack and ER are all very similar on her weapons. But here is what I would suggest to play for a free-to-play team. If you don't want to play Rosaria, and you don't think you need the crit rate bonus that she gives, and you really like Kaya, I obviously dislike Kaya, but Kaya's a great sub-DPS on this team. just having the ability to freeze enemies more and more and more is perfect. Unfortunately, I don't think you can freeze the electro slimes for very long, at least. So this is just going to show off the damage that Ayaka can do. Yes. This has been the longest video I've recorded just for YouTube. Fuck it. Sucrose is going to swirl, Barbara's going to use her skill, Rosaria is going to drop roll, and then that was in the wrong order, but it doesn't hugely matter. We're just going to drop an Ayaka ult, and then, yeah. The numbers are nigh. Like, she doesn't have her boost from Shenhe, and her ult still just annihilates absolutely everything. Obviously 21k is quite low, as you can see 6 and 8k is a lot lower than the 20k she was pushing out with Shenhe, but that is, you know, that's Shenhe's job. But yeah, that's how I suggest you build your Ayaka. Those are team comps that I recommend, and although the damage done by the free-to-play team is nowhere near the premium team, that's just how the game works, unfortunately. 5 stars will always provide better buffs, better support, better damage output than 4 stars. But as you can see, it makes domain farming easy. That did not take me minutes. That was not a struggle. None of my characters died or really got hurt. So yeah, that's the teams I suggest, or at least vaguely suggest. You know, it's a cryo comp. You play who you like. But yeah, there's Ayaka. I hope you have fun playing her if you've got her. And obviously I'm going to continue to build her until I can get her over the 300, 350 crit damage mark, and then just show her off more then. But I'm going to get on because I have to build Sayu next.